Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Enterprise Wednesday for Wednesday, April 16th, 26th, Jesus Christ. Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. Today we're watching Star Trek Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 4, Dead Stop, as originally aired on October 9th, 2002. Welcome, Captain Fandom Nerd, to the panel. Qapla.
Qapla.
How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Glad to see you. And glad to see everybody today in the chat. What do we have? 47 Yorktown was first in the chat with first. Welcome. John Araki was second with deuces. John DeMarco was third with greetings all. Greetings, John. And Captain Fandom Nerd, you were number 4 with hello. Josh Street says, welcome to the Sleeping O' Prey 5 channel, where you can watch late O' Prey 5 sitting in Bird O' Prey 5's bed, while Crash O' Prey 5 is at the helm of Karogan's ship about to crash into Bird O' Prey 5's nemesis, space. And Josh Street puts in, we want Sassy, Mom O' Prey, and Nephew O' Prey in emojis. Thank you, Josh Street. And I don't blame you. I would want them too. Richie Poole says, Qapla, Richie. And Richie Poole puts in emoji, Mom O' Prey, Sis O' Prey, Nephew O' Prey, and the Sassy. Josh Street says, what does Bird's people, the Romulans, say when they want to greet someone, but Richie is Karogan, Jaloja, hello. I'm not Romulan, Josh Street. But I believe the word you're looking for is Jolan, true. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette, who LDG accused of cheating on Wordle today. He's so accused that he wanted to watch her do it next time because he didn't believe she could be so smart.
Oh, really?
Something to that effect. Dan Venn says, hi. Hello, Dan Venn. Voxley fan says, Bird of Prey, Qapla Bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Moxley. I hope you're doing well as well. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. And Moxley says, I don't doubt it. The quote from the opening countdown stream video. And then I put up the link for anyone who is new here and you're watching us. Perhaps you're watching us on kick.com. We are live on kick.com today for the first time, in addition to YouTube. If you want to watch the episode of Enterprise, you have to do so by going to birdofprey5.com/SR in another browser tab. Or if you're on a mobile device, on a separate device, you'll be able to watch the actual episode there. I'll control it. I'll press play in a couple minutes. And once this stream is over, of course, that will be gone. So if you want to watch it after the fact, you'll need to get your own copy, either on DVD or Blu-ray, or from a streaming service where you can stream the episode, such as Paramount Plus in the United States or Netflix elsewhere in the world. Dan Ben says there was one of those Star Trek episodes. This is one of those Star Trek episodes I wish they followed up on or would get an answer to one day. Yeah, it seems weird that for something that takes place relatively close to Earth, that we never got more about it. But you never know. You never know. There's always possibilities, as some people might have said, sometime in the future or the past, or the future's past. Moxley fans says, we, the people, absolutely. Josh Reed says, Lato Prey 5 is 1 minute early. Quick, look outside and see if the sky is still blue. Because if it's not, the end is nigh. Thank you. Thank you for admitting I was early, Josh Street. Dan Ben says, tall words. Josh Reed says, we the people demand sassy. And Birdo Prey 6, formerly known as Charlie. John Araki, hashtag Revenge of the Birds. Was that a movie, or no, it was just The Birds. See, I'm confusing The Birds with Revenge of the Tomatoes. That was the movie, right? Killer Tomatoes. No, that movie was Killer Tomatoes from Outer Space. What am I thinking? Revenge.
I think you have Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Birds, Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, I see it now. John Aragi says, Bird, has your feelings on Picard Season 3 changed at all with time and reflection? Funny you put it that way. That's how I'm going to talk about it when I do my upcoming video. Hopefully this week. I think I'll try to get it out on Thursday, like when I would have had my Picard video out for on Thursday. My reflecting back at Star Trek Picard Season 3, and we'll talk about it. Dan Ben says, vertebrae. So does one person from every ship that visits this station hooked up to its computer so people don't notice and keep going there? I think that's certainly a possibility. John Aragi says hashtag bird hates librarians. Not true. Not true. Hashtag common biology. That gets me angry. Josh Reed says, Bird of Prey, watched the last episode of Picard, and did Starfleet used to decommission older ships with names before renaming a ship, but looks like the two enterprises out there at the same time with the F and G. No, the Enterprise F was being decommissioned. Now it's very easy to miss this. If you were just watching the show and you weren't reading every little thing that popped up on the screen, it's very easy to miss. But during the news segments that pop up on like episode 1 or episode 2, where Rafi finds out about the Starfleet building being destroyed, there was a little news snippet about how the Enterprise F was being decommissioned. So when we saw it on whatever it's called, Fleet Day or Federation Day or whatever, that wasn't the introduction of the Enterprise F. That was its final voyage. So the F is presumably, I guess the F is in the museum where the F was destroyed, but the F is done. So the only Enterprise flying is the G at the end. Josh reads the same thing. No. Dan says, I remember now the computer voice of the station is the same actress who played B'Elanna Torres in Voyager. Very possible. Darth Maul says, hey, Bird, Qapla, Darth Maul. Good to see you. John Araki says, hashtag resignation denied. Moxley fans says, Bird of Prey, I was away from keyboard. Where else did you say you were live? We are live on kick.com, Moxley. Kick.com. Dan Ben says he said he's also live on Kick. Moxley says, what's Bird's handle on Kick? Moxley, I'll give you 2 guesses. You shouldn't need more than one. It's my same handle I have on Twitter, my same handle I have on AOL, my same handle I have on all of social media, at BirdoPrey5 or BirdoPrey5.
Yes.
I try to make it very easy. John Araki says, what comes after the Enterprise Z? AA, Greek letters, Roman numerals? Yes. Yes, yes. John Araki, hashtag Rip Shelby. You know, I watched a video today, the first or second time. Actually saw a video with Terry Metalis featured in it. I had been avoiding videos with him, but it was a 8 or 10 minute video from IGN. An IGN video with Terry Metalis. And he talked about it, and he said, listen, as far as he's concerned, Shelby is still alive. He said, if you don't see them dead for 6 minutes with no heartbeat and their eyes closed, they're not technically dead. He said, as far as he's concerned, if they ever do go back and do more shows like a legacy, that Shelby would be back. He didn't even want to say Captain Shaw was 100% dead. He was of the opinion that nobody in Trek is ever really dead.
Oh, joy.
Josh reads says, why would they decommission a 5-year-old ship? Well, it's not 5 years old. At the time of at the time of this Picard, it was at least 10 years old, possibly 15. What, Mama Frey?
It wasn't Wolf.
It wasn't what?
What didn't? Oh, that was the E.
The E wasn't Worf's fault. Yeah, no, the E the E did not have a very long lifespan. The F was at least 10 years old. Dan Ben says, no, it's Roxann Dawson. She also directed this episode. I assume you mean the voice. John Aragi says, Bird's other handle is no. Josh Reed says, is it Bird O'Bray 5's a Romulan bird handle on K? Moxie fan says, Bird O'Bray 5, sorry, I should have known. And Darth Maul says, after 1701Z is 1702.
No, double A.
Mama Frey says it's double A. John Araki says, has anyone done a body count video? Again, John, that is something I'm going to bring up in my Picard, the legacy of Star Trek Picard, or something to that effect, will be the title, is a body count. I have not done a proper body count because, well, let's put it this way. I did ask one of the producers what the body count officially was, and they could not give me an exact number, but it was significant. So it was in the hundreds or thousands, supposedly dead. Dan Ben says, yes, I've heard him say that if they do Legacy, they would find a way to bring back Captain Shaw. John Araki says, only Q, Picard, and Data get to come back from the dead. No, every character, every character, pretty much, except so far Kirk, has come back from the dead, right? I mean, Spock was the first to come back from the dead. I guess David died, but he was not a main character. Main characters always come back. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. Yes, they had Miranda class in DS9. Miranda. I never said they didn't have Miranda class in DS9. LDG says, lovely episode. Dan Ben says, Star Trek Prodigy introduces the Voyager, but we haven't seen it yet. And Star Trek Picard Season 3 has an image of the Voyager B. Darth Maul says, Enterprise F sustained unrepairable damage and unable to refit. Yeah, but they didn't mention that. They only mentioned that it was being decommissioned. Thomas Potts says, Darth Maul, but it was being decommissioned before that happened. I don't know about that. But what I do know is that it is Enterprise Wednesday, not Picard Wednesday. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Star Trek Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 4, Dead Stop. Captain, do you have anything you want to say before we get started?
No, let's get started.
Okay, and one more. Thomas says, Bird, that's not what I meant. The F retired after 10 years, but Miranda class ships were over 100 years old. Well, they were good quality ships. I understand what you're saying. They are retiring ships way too early. Yes, you shouldn't. A ship of that size should not have a 10-year lifespan. Now, granted, you mentioned that that particular ship was being decommissioned because of severe hull damage, that it wasn't worth rebuilding. But yeah, I mean, there's just way too many. It is way too quick going through Enterprise letters that the J was supposed to be in the 2600s. There is no way they're going to make it out of the 2500s without getting to the J at this rate. Moxie fans says, Bird Prey, let us begin. Absolutely. Thomas says, Darth Maul looked fine and the Borg used it to fight the starbase. Darth Maul says, my headcanon for the writer's room, they wanted no F jokes. Dan Ben says, I'm not sure there were any other Odyssey class ships, but there were other Sovereign class ships. I would assume the USS Odyssey was an Odyssey class ship. Brian McFarland says, Heidi ho, everybody. Heidi ho, Brian. Okay, we're headed to the screening room. We'll be counting down and hitting play in 5 or 10 seconds. 5. No. Where do I count down from? 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let us begin. In XO1. It's been 4 days since the incident on the Romulan minefield. Repair teams working around the clock. Three or 4 months of repair if they can find alloy. The best thing to do is warp 2. You're a decade away from Jupiter Station. And the subspace antenna is damaged while they have a short range. Qapla! Qapla, Professor. Captain Archer is sending out a general distress call. Repairs needed. Don't go into detail. Captain, what size road has it been getting from there to here?
Been a long road.
What was that?
It's been a long road.
It's been a long road, huh? That's what I thought you said. I agree. It has been a long road. Qapla, Professor Brainy Specs. Galactic Sex is eating pizza. I was eating pizza an hour ago.
Did you say? Never mind.
What? You want me to sing?
Yes, sing.
I've got strength of the soul. No one's going to bend or break me. I can reach any star. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Yeah. Oh no, I've scared off everyone on Kick. Nobody's watching. Push. Ah, physical therapy. Oh, it's unethical to harm a patient. He can inflict as much pain as he wants. Josh reads, isn't this the station that is where Bird of Prey 5 is hooked up after he crashes into some space dust? What? He'll come out on his own eventually. Porthos!
Eventually.
Fucking trip. Distress call. Tellarites. Brian McFarland says, hey, what is that ship in the opening credits that we just saw seconds ago? View from the rear, engines blazing blue. I'm assuming it's a prior version, not of the Enterprise, but a prior version ship that still uses chemical rockets. It is a good question, though. It's part of the Enterprise opening. I've never seen a name given to it. The moral story, the moral lesson of this story is never trust an AI.
Never.
Did I say? No, never trust an AI. Dan Ben says you might see more of that ship when they do Mirror Darkly into season 4. Oh, intro in season 4, yeah. I never noticed the little tunnel coming right across. I guess I never really thought how they got over.
I hadn't really paid attention either.
They'll just assume the door will open again when they walk back. Then Ben Googled the intro and said there's a memory alpha page for the ship. It's called the Emmet type, a Mete type. He's speaking with Amazon customer support. There's no Vulcan worrisome about a deal too good to be true.
You would think.
Galactics X says they'll bring in plasma like it's a beer in kegs. It's recreational enough. Made of shit. I've never had catfish, and I don't intend to. Well, it's easy for Archer to say. He is the chef. Make him special food every day. The rest of the crew. Brian McFarland says fried catfish, husk puppies, and French fries. Good stuff. I'm fine with the hush puppies and the French fries. Galactics X says universal advice: don't eat the fish. There's one thing you ever learn from Airplane: don't eat the fish. Always have the lasagna. There's a man on the wing. Ryan McFarland says that device healing his leg looks like one of those ancient sentient robots that Data tries to save for Tech in a TNG episode. You mean the exocomp? Man, they got that far. It'll take them 200 years, but they'll do it. Dan Ben brings up a good question. Why do humans in Starfleet just wait to invent technology instead of going to market planets and buying it? Well, who says they haven't? They're not aware of the Ferengi yet. I mean, the Ferengi, they didn't even know their names when they tried to steal the stuff from their ship. Qapla, pop culture curator.
A lot of security on that ship then.
Good news, you're not restricted to quarters anymore.
This is true.
Galactus says T'Pol's uniform is horrible. She blends with the walls. Joke's on you. He's dead. You had to postpone breakfast with Malcolm too. Weird. Maybe with the transporter. Yeah, that's Amazon tech support or customer support. He wants a refund. That's how humans became the Karens of the galaxy. Is not the life of one ensign worth the repair of the entire ship? This used to scare me. When I was first watching this, spooked me the hell out. No, the cable management, not so great. I mean, it's more than enough for me, but I get some people are sticklers. And everybody lived happily ever after.
Basically.
And if that tech existed then, where is it now?
Exactly.
Dan Ben says, do you have any fan theories on the station? I mean, part of me used to try to think it was Borg or something, but no. I mean, looking back at it, it really doesn't fit any species tech that we're aware of. Kind of just put it as one of a fluke, which is a shame. I really wish things had gone different and they could have wrote it in to like a later TNG or DS9 episode, Voyager episode, something. But that's the problem when you do a prequel and they don't go back to that section of space again. Maybe Strange New Worlds can do something with it. I don't know. Cody Guy waves. Welcome, Cody Guy. Yvette says, thank you, Bird. Great episode. I enjoyed this episode a lot. Not my favorite, but a good one. What do you think, Captain? How does this rank?
You know, before I would have said it was E, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So a solid episode.
Yeah.
Captain.
Oh.
Dan Ben says it's a good episode.
Yep.
I think that most people enjoy it. Oh. Okay, guys. Well, that's cool. Captain, what you got going on?
Not too much. Just thank you for having us today and for having me on.
You're always welcome. Next week, A Night in Sick Bay. I know some people hate this episode, but it is one of my favorites because it is a very Porthos heavy episode. So I am looking forward to A Night in Sick Bay next week. Anything you want to say before we go, Captain?
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button.
You're welcome. You're always welcome. Galactus Axis, thanks for the company. Thank you, Galactus. Dan Ben says it's about one of my favorite characters, Porthos, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite episode. I get it, Dan Ben. It's a lot of people really can't stand the episode. I was always okay with it for whatever reason. So we'll see if it remains as strong as I think of it. But okay, guys. So I will try to get. Oh wow, Thursday's already tomorrow, huh? Shit. Well, I'll try to get out my Picard video soon. I don't. Probably might not be tomorrow, but we'll see. And yeah, and Friday will be Bed Life, and Sunday Twilight Zone again, and we'll be back to Monday Bed Life as usual. LDG agrees it was a great episode. Thank you, LDG. And guys, after this, if you got nothing else going on, consider heading to the underground at freethenet/underground. Say hello to LDG, Yvette, Mr. Lundell, and who knows who else might be there at any given time. Myself, others come and go.
I think you forgot something. It's freethenet.org/underground.
Yes, freethenet.org/underground. Apologies, I misspoke. Qapla All, Bird and Panel out.